Moments ago, the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office said it has requested the Attorney General in Kentucky to appoint a special prosecutor to review this case. At 4:30, Governor Beshear said he was troubled by the reports coming out about this shooting. Beshear tweeting, quote, "The Commonwealth's Attorney, the U.S. Attorney, and the Kentucky Attorney General should carefully review the results of the initial investigation to ensure justice is done at a time when many are concerned that justice is not blind." Breonna Taylor's case is getting the attention of the former presidential candidate, Senator Kamala Harris of California.
There should be an investigation. That's not justice, what has happened for those two young people. There is not justice coming out of Bill Barr's Department of Justice.
Also, a group of Louisville ministers is now calling for outside help in this case.
It has been more than 2 months with no statement from the public to the public regarding this incident. And so to that end, we call for an independent investigation into her death led by law enforcement investigators and prosecutors outside the Louisville community.
Once the investigation is complete, the ministers then want all evidence and the full report to be made public. Among those on the coalition, Reverend Kevin Cosby, Joe Phelps, Erica Whitaker. They're also calling for Metro Louisville to bring back the Civilian Review Board with subpoena power, which existed before the city and the county merged here in Jefferson County.